guys, this is Steph with thegoodride.com, and here we have the Ember 145. This is kind of their powder board, but it also has some, hidden groomer abilities too. So it's not just for powder, it's for other stuff as well. It has their, I think it's called backseat camber, and so that just means that the camber is kind of set back closer to the back foot, so it looks like to me it comes out well behind the back binding. But then as you get over here, it comes down and then you get like a rockered nose. So you get it feels just like a camber board. And then the nose, you don't really notice it too much when you're riding it because it has that reverse camber, so it's not contacted with the snow. So it just kind of, comes into play in soft snow or powder days or whatever. So this is a pretty stiff flex. Definitely stiff. A little bit wider than some other boards as well. And so when you're riding it, it's just kind of has a very consistent feel as you're riding it down on groomers. I didn't get it on a powder day. I got it up on some just normal spring conditions, but it was still fun. So it was fun on a normal groomer, which is cool because if you have, you're gonna buy a board just to be a powder board, it's nice to have multiple functions. So like I said, it had a really consistent feel underfoot. Cruising down, it's just kind of bounces along, not bounces, but cruises along, and it's very consistent and predictable. And you can make skidded turns on it, but then when you want to carve, it does really well carving. It's a lot of fun to carve because of that camber. And so it feels, because the camber's more back here, it feels really good to carve and kind of push off the back foot as you're going through, and then dive in on the nose as you're coming into the new turn. So one cool thing about this board is, when you look at it, it looks like that directional kind of carving board or whatever, and it does have the camber, but I felt like it was kind of semi-loose. It wasn't completely locked in. So, kind of somewhere in the middle. So when you're one footing, it does have a little bit of give to it, but it's not spinning around on you. And then also kind of helps when you're riding down. I found it medium quick, edge to edge. And so, for being wider, you're still able to get a quick movement to it. And it was loose enough that you could, you can make closed turns okay, and it wasn't really hard to make small or medium radius turns as well. And then the other cool thing is that it felt pretty good switch. So on the tail here, you do have a little bit of that, semi-indentation on the tail, but it's not enough to get catchy. And it felt like pretty solid switch. It wasn't really over the top directional board. You're just gonna stand right in front of me and breathe really heavily onto the camera. Oh, and come here. No. Okay, then go away. And then on the steeps, it felt pretty good. It's kind of like a wider turner, medium radius on the steeps it likes. But if you want to muscle it around, you could definitely do small radius turns. But it definitely likes kind of the medium to the large radius on steeps. And it says that it has 2 traction bumps on the side cut here, which if it does, it's really subtle. So, not super aggressive kind of magnet traction type, but enough. It gives you a little extra on the hard ice and harder snow. And I didn't really have a lot of ice the day that I rode it, but I had a little bit. I felt a little, and it felt pretty good. And you get the camber, so you feel kind of locked in when you engage the edge as well. So maybe good for the West Coast ice or medium to hard ice, but maybe not the gnarly East Coast ice. But overall, so it'd be a good board if you're looking for a powder board, but also if you're looking for a board that can ride groomers, and you can kind of take it all mountain, but you just get the benefit of that nose on a powder day. Or if you're looking for a directional ride and a board that's fun to turn, this could be a good option for you. It's got a decent amount of pop, but it is so stiff that it was really hard for me to kind of pressure it and have it pop. I had to be going kind of fast in order to actually get it to work for be a lot of fun in powder, but you know, we'll have to find that out next time. So this is the Ember and the 145.